In the core of an old, rambling woodland immaculate by current hands, there lay a town known exclusively to a couple, Elysium. It was said that the town's set of experiences was covered in secret, its underlying foundations weaved with stories of taboo disclosures and old civic establishments. One blustery evening, a courageous history specialist named Dr. Nathaniel Hart got a secretive letter. The material was yellowed with age, and the ink had seeped into the filaments, making the penmanship practically indecipherable. It discussed a failed-to-remember curio concealed profound inside the Elysium timberland, one that could change history itself. The letter was endorsed with a name that creeped Nathaniel out. Teacher Malcolm Blackwood, his tragically missing guide who had disappeared without a follow 10 years prior. Driven by interest and the desire for finding Malcolm, Nathaniel set out on an excursion to Elysium. With a rucksack brimming with provisions and his reliable canine, Toxopholite, close by, he explored through thick foliage and tricky landscape, following the unclear guidelines left in the letter. As he dug further into the woods, Nathaniel started to see indications of an old human advancement. He coincidentally found disintegrating stone designs congested with plants, and many-sided carvings that indicated a refined, at this point, neglected culture. The air was thick with a powerful energy, as though the actual backwoods was bursting at the seams with insider facts. On the third day of his campaign, Nathaniel wound up remaining before a monstrous stone entryway cut into the side of a bluff. The carvings on the entryway portrayed scenes of heavenly creatures presenting information to humankind just to have it fixed away by time and nature. With a feeling of respect, he pushed the entryway open, uncovering a dull passage that appeared to coax him inside. Light close by, Nathaniel wandered into the passage. The air developed colder, and the quietness more significant with each step. The passage opened into an immense underground chamber, loaded up with relics and curios from a former time. In the focal point of the chamber stood a resplendent platform, whereupon rested a brilliant tablet canvassed in new images. As Nathaniel moved toward the tablet, he felt a presence behind him. Turning quickly, he encountered teacher Malcolm Blackwood. However more established and worn by time, Malcolm's eyes actually shone with a similar force Nathaniel recollected. "I realized you'd come," Malcolm said cheerfully. "This is the core of Elysium, the way into our failed-to-remember past." Information on an old development that had once flourished together as one with nature and the universe. They had thinking and innovation a long ways past what present-day humankind could understand. Notwithstanding, dreading the likely abuse of their insight, they had stowed it away, passing on just inconspicuous hints for those considered qualified to reveal their mysteries. Together, Nathaniel and Malcolm unraveled the images on the tablet, uncovering a guide that prompted a much more noteworthy revelation. A secret city underneath the backwoods, safeguarded in time. This city, known as Luminara, was a store of the old human progress' most significant disclosures. As they translated the last piece of the riddle, a weak shine started to exude from the walls of the chamber, directing them towards the city. Following the gleaming way, Nathaniel and Malcolm dropped further into the earth until they arrived at an enormous sinkhole. Before them lay Luminara, an ethereal city enlightened by bioluminescent greenery and translucent designs that appeared to beat with life. The city was a wonder of engineering and nature, an ideal mix of innovation and the normal world. As they investigated Luminara, they found libraries loaded up with parchments and books that point-by-point progressed sciences, ways of thinking, and expressions. There were gadgets that could outfit the energy of the stars, recuperate wounds quickly, and convey across huge distances. Nathaniel and Malcolm understood that this information could upset present-day culture, however it additionally accompanied extraordinary obligation. While looking at an especially multifaceted gadget, they were moved toward by a gathering of otherworldly creatures, the old gatekeepers of Luminara. The watchmen uncovered that they had been watching Nathaniel and Malcolm, considering them deserving of this information. They cautioned, notwithstanding, that with incredible power came the potential for extraordinary obliteration. The gatekeepers stressed the significance of utilizing this information carefully and protecting the harmony among progress and nature. Nathaniel and Malcolm went through months in Luminara, examining and archiving their discoveries. They found out about the old Progress's defeat, a story of pride and overextend that eventually prompted their choice to conceal their insight away. It was a sobering sign of the barely recognizable difference among progression and obliteration. At the point when the opportunity arrived to leave, the watchman presented to Nathaniel and Malcolm a precious stone containing the pith of Luminara's insight. This gem would permit them to get to the information they had found, yet it would likewise act as a wake-up call of the obligation that accompanied it. Getting back to the surface, Nathaniel and Malcolm realized that they couldn't uncover all that they had found. All things being equal, they chose to share their insight specifically, utilizing it to address a portion of humankind's most noteworthy difficulties, while guaranteeing that it was utilized for everyone's benefit. Nathaniel got back to the scholarly community with a restored feeling of direction, his work currently directed by the insight of Luminara. He and Malcolm proceeded with their coordinated effort, turning into the overseers of this taboo history, devoted to saving the harmony among information and nature. Their disclosures prompted headways in medication, energy, and natural protection, changing society in manners that regarded the tradition of the old development. However, the core of Elysium and the mysteries of Luminara stayed secured, a demonstration of the fragile harmony that supports both human advancement and the normal world. Thus, the puzzling revelations of illegal history turned into the establishment for another time of illumination, one where the past and the present coincided as one, and the illustrations of old insight directed the way to a more promising time to come.